Hi guys, so welcome to today's video. We are going to be talking about the third and last installment of Fight Camp 2021 with Eddie Hearn. There were other cards on Virtual Ortiz versus Mean Machine, and the less I said about Rigondo and Casemiro, the better. But yeah, just to give you a brief rundown, Ortiz won by knockout in the eighth. I thought Kavliauskas did give him problems early on, did buzz him once or twice, but he got the job done. And Ortiz is definitely the most promising, one of the most promising prospects in the world, if not the best. So, so yeah, credit to Casemiro and Rigondo actually broke, broke the copy box record for the least amount of punches landed by two fighters over 12 rounds, I believe. With something like 47 punches each landing, and I think both fighters didn't break double figures lands in any round, so um, it was a split decision win for Casemiro. But I haven't scored it, but the consensus what I got to in my mind was Casemiro won comfortably just because he tried to force the pace a bit more. Um, so yeah, going on to the third fight camp now. We'll go in order and how the fights happen. So we had Zelda Barrett against Simeon, who was a former, I think he was the former European title challenger, if I'm not mistaken. The guy's a bit past it now. You can tell by the shape he came in that he used to be significantly smaller than Zelda Barrett. Um, Zelda Barrett did do good. His variety from head to body was good. Um, One issue that I had is Zelda Barrett was getting caught coming out of the pocket. So when he'd go into the pocket to throw his combination, when exiting he would get clipped. Simeon in his day was a good fighter, so he has still got some of that left. Yeah, he was dropped in the first round by a body shot and then stopped the end of the fourth. With a corner decision to pull him out. The next fight on the Facebook section was Raymond Ford against Reese Palotti. Um, Reese Palotti has lost to John Gill, Ryan Doyle, fighter such of that ilk, and was doing alright, but he got clipped, he got wobbled, and the ref jumped in slightly prematurely for me. But yeah, Reese Palotti now that's his fifth loss. Um, he has to make a decision now whether he wants to just go down the journeyman route, being like a so-called um, yeah, journeyman slash he'd be a higher level journeyman of that who can bang. So does he want to do that, or does he want to try and go for one more? I mean, Dennis Hobson as the Commonwealth featherweight title champion, and his name isn't coming to my head right now. That would be a good fight. But yeah, it's up to him now. Does he really want to keep taking these losses, or does he want to turn into a journeyman to win money for himself? I'm not quite sure of his economics and financial stability, but yeah, I mean, if his financial stability is all right, I guess he can call it quits. But if it's not, maybe he's just gonna have to go in the away corner to win some money. It really does depend on that. But yeah, he can. That is a fight that he could take the Commonwealth featherweight champion. His name is not coming to my head right now, but yeah, pretty much. You just got caught and wobbled and stopped. And Raymond Ford is now 9-0 and 1. That's it's pretty. I wouldn't. I want to say impressive. More so that he came off a draw in his last fight. I mean, I thought he won the fight, but yeah, it's a good performance to like get yourself back on the map because he was rumored to be one of the better prospects in the world, but that hype have kind of died down about him now. So it's good to see him back on track, and let's see who we can get in with next. The good thing with this DAZN deal is American fighters can come over here now if they want, and our fighters can go over there. But yeah, good performance from Raymond Ford. And the first fight on the main DAZN card was Cash Farouk against Gerardo Castillo. Gerardo Castillo, the hell of a humbling story and a feel good story in a way. That he's deaf and mute. He can't speak. He can't hear anyone. He's communicating in his own sign language because universal sign language he never got to learn because of a lack of education he had as a child in a poor part of Mexico. So just for becoming a professional fighter, you've got to give him utmost respect. Boxing wise, he was just outboxed. Kasparov was far the quicker guy. Kasparov isn't super speedy, but Castillo was quite slow and ponderous at times. Tough guy though, and lost 190 and 99, 191 on one card. Gave a good fight of himself, and I would like to see him um, being paid good in the away corner, you know. So I will keep tabs on his career. I hope he does do well for himself. He's never going to be a world champion, but I do wish that he earns good money out of what he does, and the story is really incredible. Hope Price then against Claudio Grande, 5-0, quite small for the weight, which is amplified by Hobie Price being told for a weight. Hobie Price is going to fight Hussein, the former Central Area Feather champion, on the lead show 16-1. Hussein's record, not nothing too impressive. It's really just most of his wins are for a journeyman or guys with one or two losses early on in their careers, you know. Um, so on paper, it looks like a good opponent, but probably should get past them. I think it's been built over 10 rounds, so that's the only tricky part. I mean, Hussein obviously winning the Central Area Fair title has been 10. I think he's been 8 twice or 3 times. So, yeah, Hobie Price against Grande. Not much to say, really. I mean, 58-55 by the referee. That's basically 4-2 with a knockdown. Right at the end of the fight, by the way. I think he knocked him down in the last second of the fight. Heavy knockdown. But yeah, not too much to say from the guy as had World Series of Boxing experience one fight. I think it was a flyweight, and you could just tell that he was quite small. And on paper looks quite good. They beat an undefeated guy, but the guy wasn't that great. So yes, good matchmaking by Matchroom, and with Hussein being 16-1. It's good fighter to get on his resume to get yourself in a mental mindset of, oh, you're fighting an undefeated guy. I mean, it's hard to do that when you've got to fight in a couple of weeks, and this fight was really just a tick over. But yeah, hope you Price 5-0. He doesn't need to be rushed out. I think he's still like 20, 21 years of age. He's young. He's got time. After Hobie Price's fight, we had Michael Mckinson beaten Primoz Romanowski on a wide 10-round unanimous decision. I thought it was a shutout, to be honest, but they found a way to give him 1 round, and I think one of the judges gave him 2 rounds. Um, Not much to say about this fight. I mean, Michael Mckinson, right? He's not as light punching as his record suggests. He's only got 2 knockouts and 21 wins. I think it's more to do with his technique, why he doesn't get stoppages, you know. Andy Lee picked up on the fact that he doesn't kind of properly close his fist when he punches with an open fist, so you're losing power. And I just think, yes, he's one of the better welterweights in this country, but I just can't have feeling he's going to get found out against anyone half decent, you know, because he does bring his chin up when he engages. But yeah, I got a feeling even though he's been built as the A side now, and he was the B side for Chris Congo, I feel like he's just going to run into someone. And I'm not saying he ain't a good fighter because he is, but I just feel like the guys at the higher levels, um, like I think he did mention the European title, and Avanesian beats him in my opinion quite comfortably. Um, so yeah, not much to say. It wasn't an exciting fight. Co-main event: Joe Cordina against Joshua Hernandez, and Joshua Hernandez went 8 rounds with Chris Colbert, and everyone was thinking, oh, this is going to be one of the tougher fights of Joe Cordina's career. He just came out and blasted him, and I don't want to jump the gun, but I have said previously, I'm not sure if I've said on the channel, but I have said privately that I just think Joe Cordina just doesn't have the power to for the world level guys to respect him. Well, I don't want to jump the gun just based on this fight, but maybe he does. Maybe I jumped the gun by saying he doesn't have the power, you know. So we will see. He has had a hand operation. His career's killing me. Joe Cordina and Buatsi have taken similar paths, but Buatsi is a level ahead of him now. But Joe Cordina maybe can go into a title eliminator at 130. I would like to see him and Zelda Barrett, but I don't think they'll make that fight because they actually said Tony Bellew said on the panel yesterday, he doesn't like domestic guys to be rushed together. He'd rather them fight to the higher level. I don't like hearing him saying that. I understand it's nice to see a domestic world title fight or a domestic European fight, so 2 British guys fighting for a European title. I just disagree with the mindset of you got to challenge yourself at all times, in my opinion. As a fan, we want to see good fights, you know, not just them built up. So I'd like to see Jocelyn and Zelfa Barrett, but I don't think that's going to happen. But it would be an intriguing fight, in my opinion. Um, the saviour of the card had to be Buatsi and Bolotniks because before this was a poor card, in my opinion. Just one-sided matchups, really. But Bolotniks came to fight, give Buatsi the toughest fight of his career. First time Buatsi's been past 7 rounds. Um, I I am debating in my mind what I scored it because I had a 8-2 when the fight was stopped, but I could even give a 7-3 because our first round Bolotniks was catching him, wasn't he? And first of all, I didn't really give that round to Bolotniks because I just thought that Buatsi's work rate cancelled it out, but he did land better shots, and I thought he won 8-9, I want to say, and he won round 8 on a 10-8 because Buatsi got deducted a point. So at the stoppage, you could have had in 97, 91, or you could have had in 96, 92, somewhere around that region. But Bolotniks was tough. It's a shame his feet are a bit slow because if he had faster feet, Buatsi would have had more issues. Buatsi can look a bit one-dimensional at times. Um, his defense is a bit poor, but criticism aside, I thought it was a good win. Um, I would like to see him change it up a little bit, change the pace sometimes because he's got a very consistent pace. But I think his jab is excellent. I think that jab is a force to be reckoned with. I noticed Bolotniks can bust up quite early, like the third or fourth round. Just with the eye and with the jab and that. And after Buatsi knocked him down, he kind of deviated from his strategy, got a bit tired, and that. And I was saying the jab is the shot of the fight. The jab will win him the fight. And in the end, there was a big right hand that stopped Bolotniks. Big right hand. For fatigue more than the power stopped him. But it's nice to see Buatsi going late because as soon as I said to myself in my mind, oh, I want to see Buatsi go late, Bolotniks got knocked down, and it looked very likely that he was going to get taken out, but he survived, and Buatsi answered the questions. He had the second wind. Um, I don't see. I actually, even though he did tire a bit, I don't see many stamina issues because he threw 700 and something punches, which is a good pace for a light heavyweight, a very good pace. So maybe he's just got to slow the pace sometimes, not always, because he was firing 40 jabs a round or something like that. For at least 30 jabs a round on average. Maybe he's got to slow the pace. Maybe he's got to change it up. I think the body he could explore more. Bolotniks, in my opinion, worked better to the body. But the jab was the key to the fight on Bolotniks. This was a WBA light heavyweight eliminator. Um, and Bolotniks, for me, these two were top 15 guys. Um, yeah, I'd say top 15 guys in the world. And I'm not talking about governing bodies. But I think these two were top 15 guys in the world. And Buatsi with that performance may have just got into the top 10. I think the ring I've got him actually 10th. Um, it is debatable. And the trouble is now between Bolotniks and Bivol, I feel like is a step up, um, a decent step up. But stepping up in the middle of that is going to be trouble because there's not many fights you're going to get between 5 and 10. The most between 5 and 10 are guys that have come off title shot losses and are on their way down. So you got your Marcus Browns, your Lido Alvarez's, your Vlassovs, your Badu Jacks. Badu Jack and Brown won't take the fight because they're PVC. Um, I would like to see him against Vlasov or maybe Umar Salamov or something, But yeah, good win for Buatsi. Slight technical adjustments, but I don't want to sound overly critical. So yeah, that's pretty much the review for week 3 of Fight Camp. I've got another video coming out in a week, talk about my life and the inactivity on YouTube and that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching and catch you soon.